Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. Woo! TGIF. Yay. Okay, so are there any overthinkers in the house? It looks like I'm live, but I don't see any eyes, that symbol. But that's okay because you can watch this on replay if you're not here for the live. But if you are here live and you want to ask a question, let's see here. I'm going to actually set this so that we can have a discussion. Discussion? I think that works. And then I can comment back if you write a comment. And actually, I wouldn't type in a comment. If you have a question, I can answer that question for you just with my mouth, not with the fingers here. Okay, so I'm just going to get started because I have one viewer. Hi. I was just saying that I'm going to answer questions. So if you have any questions, you can put it in the comment section. And I think it doesn't show me who is watching. So if you want to say hi to me in the comment section, then I'll just say hi back. And we can see if I can actually answer questions. But I'm happy to do that as we go along. But for the sake of time, I am going to get started. So, watching, this is all about ditching indecision and overthinking. So, the first thing I have to ask is, are there any overthinkers in the house? Whether you're watching it now or watching it later, raise your hand. And if you identify as indecisive, please feel free to drop an emoji in the comments. 2 thumbs up, double high five. That's my favorite emoji, is the double high five. Put it in the comments. Let me know that I'm not alone. We all struggle with this from time to time, don't we? I mean, maybe you know someone who's like always got an answer or always knows what they know. And I don't identify as that. So I'm like, nope, indecisive here. So let's deal with this, shall we? And I've got a quick tip for you, something that will be simple, but will require practice. And that's okay because we're on a journey. And so this is part of our journey. And so, first of all, let's just start by thinking about the possible reasons why we struggle with decisions. Like, why is it so hard for us to make decisions? And I've got some ideas for you if you're like, I don't know, I don't care. I don't have an opinion. But there's a reason why you don't have an opinion. So, is it feelings of guilt? Like, well, I owe everyone something, and so I don't deserve to have an opinion. Or attempts to make everyone happy. You just want if everything's calm, if everything's smooth, then I'm good. Or are you just unfamiliar with your own opinion because you've just kind of like, I don't care, whatever you want to do. You've always just abdicated, for as far back as you can remember, that's just what you do. Or is it potentially all of the above? So I think that when we can understand why we're doing something or why something's happening, it's easier for us to kind of reconfigure and rework things. So I just encourage you to think about those things a little bit. We don't have to like get to the bottom of it, and we're not like trying to dig deep into like your heart and soul here, but just to consider, why can't I just have an answer or an opinion when it's time? Okay, so now this is a fun one. Let's consider the things that we don't struggle with, right? We all have things that we very quickly, very easily, we have a snap decision for that. For me, guys, it's mushrooms. Somebody says, do you want mushrooms on the pizza? I'm like, no. No, thank you. No, don't bring them in the house. Don't cook them in my house. I can't stand the smell. And I'll tell you what, I've tried them every which way. And I don't like mushrooms. I can't even stand the smell or the taste or the feel of mushrooms. Ugh. So, sorry for my mushroom loving friends, but over time, I've had enough experience with mushrooms to know I don't like them. And so if we'll stop and take some time to think about those experiences and those things that we have gone through in the past, that we've dealt with in the past, that we said yes to because we just want everybody to be happy, or because we didn't have an opinion, so we just went along with it and then ended up like resenting it or regretting it in the end. If we think about those things in the same way that I have enough experience with mushrooms to know I don't want it, I don't like it. Those experiences, if we can think about it that way, then we'll know in advance the next time that comes up, I'm going to say no. So one of the things that, other than considering why you're indecisive, right? That's the first thing. Why am I indecisive? Am I trying to make everybody happy? Is this just, what's going on here? Do I just defer all the time? That's the first step. The second thing is to consider those things that you don't have a problem saying no to. There are certain activities that I don't have a problem saying no to. And you know what? I've just developed a kind of script or a rebuttal or a, explanation or an answer in advance of those situations coming up. For instance, my children don't do sleepovers. So I just say the folks don't do sleepovers. If it's family events or things like that, yes, but that's different. Like if a friend's asking, I just say folks don't do sleepovers, and that's my script. It's nothing against anyone else. It's just a conviction I have, and so that's my script. So we want to know why we're indecisive. We want to understand, okay, well, there are some things that I'm not indecisive about. What's that? And to understand that if we have enough experience with something, or if we're thinking ahead to something and have that answer, create that script, then we'll be able to have that answer going forward. And I love the quote. It's often overused, and I don't even know who wrote it or who said it, but if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And I have found that quote is true, that statement is true in almost every aspect of my life. And so why not with decisions? I know it sounds weird because often we think of decisions as like, well, it's spontaneous. It's like it's just popping up. Situations just arise. But if we know what are our non-negotiables, mushrooms are non-negotiable for me. 0 mushrooms. It's like, and I know that might be a silly analogy, but I think you get the point. So think about your non-negotiables. Think about why you don't have a statement or a ready opinion when it comes to some of those things. And then create a script so that next time you have a plan to succeed at decision making. You can say, no thanks, or sure, that sounds great. But it all depends on your non-negotiables. Okay, friends, that's what I really wanted to tell you. I just wanted to encourage you to think about why you hem and haw, why you don't have an opinion. I wanted to encourage you to consider those things that you definitely have an opinion on that, even if it is something like mushrooms. I'm really going in hard on mushrooms, aren't I? I'm sorry. But I just don't like them at all. Okay, and finally, to create that script. Just have a plan so that next time it comes up, non-negotiable. and you can practice saying no. And it's going to take practice, but you'll feel more and more confident the more and more you do it. So I hope that helps. And if you are like, okay, that was great, I don't even remember a word you said, or is there something more? There is just a little bit more, because, if you've ever done a live video, you probably do leave some things out, and I'll probably watch this and be like, why didn't I say this or that? Even though I have like notes right up there. I have an outline because, I'm planning to succeed at this Facebook Live. Anyway, so if you would like, please go to bit.ly/ let me find it, bit.ly/ ditch indecision. bit.ly/ ditch indecision, and grab your Ditch Indecision and Overthinking worksheet and guide. It is a quick 5 tips on how you can do that little mindset shift and kind of grab a hold of your confidence and power in decision making. So I'll link I'll put the link in the comments below so that you can just go there, you can click it and grab it. And friends, I look forward to talking to you again next time. And until then, peace.